Hello everyone, it's Systemcollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Direwolf20. In EP20 episodes, I didn't do too much. I did a little bit of monitoring our new setup for Diesel, which I'm not really happy with. Well, I mean, my setup is fine. There's nothing wrong with my setup. But I had to add 3 more squeezers in there, so there's actually 3 squeezers in there now with the setup. I'm not going to go in there and kind of go over it right now. It's literally just 3 more squeezers. I just couldn't keep up. I can't keep up with the diesel production because the way closures have been slowed down so much. So, I mean, the only effective way to do it would be with a mod, I think, that could produce seeds in mass and then probably using wheat. Because if you look at plant oil, because that is the main issue. The issue is plant oil. Ethanol is not a problem at all. But plant oil, go here, go to boom, go to squeezer. You'll see here, seeds, regular to say wheat, gives you 80 millibuckets. Pumpkin gives you 40. Melons only give you 20 millibuckets now. Add that on top of the fact that this gives you 120. That the closures were greatly slowed down. And, I have to spend an extra 1200 RF just to produce our RF. I can keep up with 2 of them now, which is, you know, something, I guess. But I'm spending about 2100, actually more than that. 2500 to keep it going, I think. Like, just not worth the trouble. Anyway, kind of going future. It kind of shows me the future. Kind of avoid diesel. Anyway, that is what I'm thinking. Unless immersive petroleum becomes a 112 thing. So what else did I do? I made some of this glass here. This is the ethereal glass. And it is just from Extra Utilities. It is made from moonstone, which before was an ore that you had to find. Just this stuff here, moonstone. But now you can just make it. So you can make this glass whenever you want to now. Yeah, just need this lunar reactor dust, and lapis, and a resonator, and diamond, and you get yourself moonstone. And it can be used for a couple things here. So ethereal, ineffable, same basic idea. This one, the dark ineffable one, blocks light, so you can use it for mob farms. So anyway, that's that. And I thought it'd be cool for little doorways. I did work on the outside of the base a little bit. I added some immersive structural cable connectors, and just this, I guess, is just steel wire, just to kind of give it more shape. You know what I mean? Kind of slowly working on things, making it look a little better. And that is pretty cool. Outside of that, I didn't do too much. I kind of moved some stuff around. I guess the last big thing I did was down here. I actually moved the drawer setup. All the ores, you can see they're just hanging over here. So that is the thing. And there's some more drawers in behind. And just kind of getting everything set up in a more compact way, because that was kind of wasteful of space. It was unneeded. And I'm just pulling everything in actually now through, I should show that, a slave controller instead of a regular controller. A slave controller is, or I should say controller slave, just adds basically more faces to the drawer controller. It's basically just an extension to it, so you can actually access it from more sides and pull things from different directions, stuff like that. You can pump the items in there too, so it's just an extension, not expensive, and that is pretty cool. What I actually want to get to, though, today is probably here. I have it right there. I want to get into a little bit of Draconic, not very in-depth, but there's a couple of things I want. I want to make a Draconic energy core, but we're going to need a Nether Star, so we're going to have to go fight a Wither, which shouldn't be too bad with this bow. We actually get to finally fully try it out and see how much damage it does. After that, I would like to maybe go fight the Ender Dragon. I'm not 100% decided. But let's go to Draconic and kind of figure out what we need here. Draconic. We're going to need 4 of these stabilizers, so they're not too bad. We'll have to make, well, you know what? Let's make like 60 of these. I did process all of my Draconium too through the ore processor. You get a lot. It seemed like 8 to 12 per. Might have been even more. So I actually have a ton of Draconium now. I have like, yeah, 2,500 plus another 1,000 dust I need to process. So, yeah, lots. It is not a problem at all. So make 4 of those, then turn those into stabilizers. We'll take it some diamonds, but not a big deal. You're also going to need one of these cores, and this is one I actually need the Nether Star for. So we're going to have to go do that. I might as well make these as well, though. Just get everything else crafted up. Well, I was going to need some of these energy pylons, and they're not a big deal, so let's grab that. I'm actually going to do 2 recipes of these. 2, and we'll need some glass. Just some glass, because these energy pylons are kind of a multi-block. The one I'm going to make, there's a bunch of different tiers. I think there's 8 tiers. Yeah, 8 tiers. The 7 holds 2.14 trillion. I forget what the 8 holds, but it's like ridiculous. Good luck ever filling it. Even if you were producing like a billion RF, it would still take months to fill this thing. So Not going to worry about that. I'm probably going to go for about a tier 4, and that'll give us about 10 billion RF storage. So that is what I'm going for. And we're just going to go and fight a wither, so I should probably grab some skulls. Here, I do not have the farm on right now. No real point. What is the other thing I need? I need soul sand. Should probably grab for that. Guess we'll just do the one right now. I figure I'm not even bother with a wither cage. Which way is it? Land. But you can really easy. With the wither dust, this stuff here. So you make the wither dust with the wither skulls. And really easy to make. You make these wither dust blocks. And for those, sorry, right here, these ones here, you go to use on them. Combine block of wither dust will not be blown up by withers. So you can use that to deal with withers. Really easy. You can cage them, all that jazz. And we may use those later on. I probably will automate withers at some point, but no real point right now. But we're going to head over here. We're going to get this done. And then, yeah, possibly after we set this up, possibly the dragon. Not 100% decided. My main reason for wanting to fight the dragon is actually for his egg. With the egg, we can actually make a celestial manipulator. And with celestial manipulator from Draconic, we can actually control the day and night cycle, which would make doing astro sorcery and running solar generators much, much easier. So kind of what I'm thinking, and we may do it. It's going to get this wither done and kind of decide. He's going to destroy the countryside a little bit, but I'm not really worried. He may go chase some stuff and things here, some passive mobs, but I'm not too concerned. I might get lucky and get his attention. Oh, there he goes. He's going after passive. We'll chase him though. Should be too bad. Oh, he's running pretty far. Hopefully he doesn't go much further. Oh, he's just chilling there now. There we go. And I'm only expecting this to take about 4 or 5 hits. There's 4 or 3. Didn't hit him that time. Oh, he's gone. There we go. So about 5 hits. Not too bad. There's our nether star. Let's get out of here, because this place is basically a mob farm now. And I don't want to deal with that. I love this bow. This bow is just silly with the multi-shot. It just covers so much area with the explosion, right? Don't really have to worry about nothing. It seems to just one-shot everything. I mean, basically there's 4 explosions going on simultaneously with the thing. So, good luck to mobs. I don't know how well to do against the dragon. I don't know. For some reason, I thought the dragon can only take like 1 source of damage per hit. So, I don't think it's going to count all the explosions. But, guess we'll find out when we fight him. And see how that goes. So, we got everything we need here. Let's make our energy core. Let's throw you in there. I didn't. Yeah, I did have stuff here. Let's grab that. Let's go to energy core. Where is it at? Right here. This is the main component. Oh, I need to make the actual wyvern core, so let's pull that. There we go. Like that. Then we got the energy core. And these things are really easy to set up. Like, really easy. So, let's grab the 4 energy core stabilizers. And I had a spot kind of picked out. And these can be kind of placed, I think, 16 blocks from the center block, which is the core. And, yeah, maybe even further than that. I'd have to go and look at the book. But we're going to just kind of put them in this window. You can see the way I had this lined up. I've kind of had this planned for a while. I'm just going to have it float here in the center of our base, kind of inside. I thought it would look pretty neat. But we'll just get this done. And have a whole bunch of power storage. I'll probably have to work some power magic as well. Routing our power a little different, but that's not a big deal. Maybe grab some cobble, because we need to get that core in the right place. Let's go up here. And probably out. Is that the right height? That looks like it might be the right height. Let's throw down the core and see if it is. We'll know almost immediately. If I click on that, yes. So by default, just the core is a tier 1. Each time you kind of go to a higher level, it takes more components. More draconium and or redstone. So, not and or, just and redstone, I should say. But that's tier 1. And if I turn that on right now, I think that thing holds about 45 million RF, which isn't too bad, I mean, for base level. But we're going to go quite a bit larger than that. So that's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. But we're going to go quite a bit further. And I'm going to turn on the build guide just for a second so I know how it works. Go to tier 4. And if we look at it now, you can see there's a whole bunch of kind of fake blocks there. And it looks like the core is just surrounded by redstone and then a layer of draconium around it, which is fine. And I'm actually going to turn off that core, or sorry, the build guide, because having it on while you're building with the larger ones is actually really confusing. Let's see here. Actually, let's do it like this. Probably make more sense. With the wand, if I could actually get up there. There we go. Do that. This and that. Grab our wand. At least get the redstone part done with wand. The rest I'll have to kind of do manually. There we go. And I should be able to just go like that and like that. And I should just need a redstone block in the center. And that'll handle the redstone part. So I might as well throw that back in the system. I need to start processing my redstone in a different way. I need to put it through the ore processor. Definitely not getting as much as I need. Let's head up there. I think I just used a ton of it. I only had near 1,000, I think. I could burn through that real quick if I start doing certain things. Well, it looks like I messed that up. Guess it doesn't matter too much. I'll just wand the bottom level. There we go. And that'll handle that. There we go. Bam. And right here. And this will give us pretty much power storage for the rest of the pack. I don't really need a tier 8. I don't think I'll bother. Maybe I'll do a tier 8 for fun later on, I guess. But that's pretty cool. Anyway, right there. The tier 8 is just massive. It's just, it's more bragging rights because, like I said, you'll never fill it. There we go. That should be it. So let's head over here and turn this on with one of these stabilizers. Boom, activate. And there you go. 9.88 billion RF. And yeah, I gotta say, it looks pretty cool up there. So I'm happy I actually decided to put it inside. Gives us a nice accent to our ceiling. Look at that. Look at it. All power bally. Anyway, next we're going to need the energy pylons, and I'll probably do those from above. And I also want to upgrade our power storage. Not our power storage, our ability to move power around. We have dimensional shard ore, and I'm actually going to break that down. I tried running it through the ore processor, and you actually can't, so we're going to just do this manually. I could set up a way of doing it automatically, but at the same time, not really going to bother at this point. And those machines usually cause lag, which means I should throw it into a compact machine, stuff like that. So let's get this over here. Unless there's another way to break this down. Doesn't look like it. It's just manual. So you're going to have to use a mechanical user or something like that. And yeah, probably the best way to do it. Boom. So you can get the fortune out of it. Oh, as I say that, I'm not breaking it with my fortune pickaxe, which was kind of the point. But this should give us a fair amount. You get a bunch of these per block. I don't know what the number is. Well, we got 36. No, that one was much. Yeah, see, sometimes it jumps as a bunch. That was 12 right there. So, looks like it's about 3 to 12, which I would be, it seems pretty cool. You know what I mean? Seems like about the same numbers as the Draconium, actually. Actually, that seemed more like 4 to 12, I think, which is why I got so much of it. There we go. Awesome. So that should be more than enough. With this, we're actually going to make the next level power cells. And these ones can actually move 10,000 per side, I believe, which is more than enough for our needs. I think about 4 of them for right now. So 16. I'm going to need some regular power cells as well. Probably 4. Fantastic. And anything else we need at this point? I think that's pretty much it. Well, we need the actual cards. We'll grab those. We're going to have to set up a new power channel too, just because of how power works. And I'm going to have to change a bunch of my cards. Well, not too many. I will have 1 line of power for going in and 1 line of power going out. It's just much cleaner. Otherwise, the power is just going to kind of keep looping in a circle. So, yeah. Anyway, I kind of set this up here already. Little holes for these things. And then we'll have to go down and put the glass. You can put the glass on the top side of the block to form the multi-block, or the bottom. So you can kind of put it different ways, yeah, depending on how you want it. But we're going to get these in here. There we go. Boom. And then, I guess, form the multi-block. We might as well get these power cells done here too. I just thought I'd throw them right around here somewhere. Here we go. There. There. And 1 more. There we go. So 2 of them I'm going to want on this channel. So a new channel, I should say. So that should be a new channel, right? Length of 3. So we'll do it this one and the cross from this one. There we go. And I'm going to have to get the other two on our normal channel. So the new channel, the channel 1 now is going to be for bringing power into the orb. And channel 3 is going to be for bringing power out of the orb. If I just leave it on one channel, it's going to bring it in through channel 1 and feed the orb and then pull it right back out through the other one. So it's just going to kind of continuously loop. And, not really how we want it. But if we throw glass on these, it's going to form the multi-blocks, which is pretty cool. Boom. Do that. Get these cool little automated spheres, which is also pretty awesome. Bam. That'll handle that. And I guess we can do the rest from the top. I do need to send up these last 2 power cell cards. So we'll get that done. Just going to get them on 1. Then I'm going to have to go around to any of these that are set to output. So this one right here is actually going to have to be turned over to channel 3. Because our new output channel will be channel 3. What is this one? These ones aren't set yet. So these ones are going to be... Boom, our channel 1. So these ones are going to be our outputs. For our outputs to work, though, they need to receive the power, right? So these have the power coming into them. Even though they're output, they're going to be receiving the power so they can actually send it out. And we're just going to do it like that. And there we go. So this one's going to be the output. We need the power to... This is it here. So it's trying to... This is these symbols here. So the way you change these is just hit this thing, right? Out means it's sending power out to itself. So this is going to be pulling the power into it. And that's kind of how that's working. And that's the channel line we want right there. So we want the power to be going out of the orb, basically, is what it's showing there. That's why the dot's in the center. And it'll go into these pylons and then into these, which is kind of cool. And these ones here, they are going to be our opposites. So we're going to need output here, right? Output. And output. There we go. Do I have these backwards, actually? I'm not even thinking. These are channel 1. Oh, these are channel 3. Oh, do I have this backwards? Oh, I do have these backwards. These are my channel 1s. My channel 1s need to put power into it. So these ones need to be output. And these ones need to be set to sending to the orb, right? There we go. And that should start getting power. Awesome. That is exactly what we want. If we were downstairs, you'd be able to see it actually move the power. So let's do the same thing here. So output, and that'll be sending to the orb. And these ones are the opposite. So these ones are going to be input. And are they getting power? No, because I need it on this, right? Maybe? It looks like it's trying to pull power. I must be sending the power out immediately. That would make sense. Let's go here. Boom, because that is link 3. So that's setting to the orb, which is what we don't want. That needs to be on input and set to there, right? There we go. That's getting RF. That should actually be our power system. So let's go downstairs and take a look at it. We should be able to see the particle effects of things moving, you know, the power being moved around now. And should look pretty cool up there. So let's go down. Let's go to main. And the more power you're sending, the more particle effects you'll get. So you can see that one is feeding into the orb. It's not feeding anything out yet. And our batteries are actually going to end up running dry. Simply because we don't have the other channels set up yet. And I have one block missing up there, and that's going to drive me crazy. Because basically all I need to do right now is run around, grab all these power cell cards, and get them switched over to 3 so they can start powering these machines. Because you can see right now these machines have no power because they're feeding it all into the orb, right? So I just need to get all the ones that are sending power up to linked up to 3. So I'll be back in a few. And okay, I got them all switched over to the right channels now. So all of my outputs now are on 3. And we got a good little power buffer just with these. There's 11 million just in the power cells themselves, which isn't too bad. Plus, 9 billion in there, which is really awesome. You can check your power in and out in this, although mine's going to be a little off right now. So it says I'm making about 16,000, but that's not true. It's pulling about 10,000 out of our lava setup right now because I have, 9 batteries in there, 9 energy cells, which are all resonant. So there's a giant buffer until it drains those power cells, which after this point, I actually won't need anymore. Probably, actually don't even need them at all. After it drains all the power out of those, which I think is around 48 billion or something like that, maybe 50 million RF per cell, it start showing us the right amount. I think we're going to be producing around 8 or 9,000 RF right now. It's going to be much more realistic for what we are actually producing, which isn't too bad. But you can see it's already filled 2%. So this thing's already got almost 200 million RF. It is going to fill up rather quickly, but once it's filled up, I mean, we really don't need power after that point. I mean, nothing in this pack's going to draw that much power, I don't think, so it's just going to be a thing. But you can watch the particle effects as the power comes in. You can see this one's doing the bulk of the work. It kind of always decides. I think the first one you put down usually becomes the priority with the power cells. It's just kind of how they work. And this one's just sending excess when it needs to. And anyway, fully working. It's doing its thing. And that handles our power. The last thing I want to do here, actually, before we move on, probably come... Hey. Can you not do that? Anyway, is just get this redstone stop being processed here. It really needs to not be processed here. Right there. There we go. And once one comes in the system, I'll send that over to the ore processor and do it that way because, yeah, definitely not getting enough. I mean, I just used a ton, right? And I am down to 163 redstone. So I had close to 960, so I used 800 on this setup alone. So, yeah, definitely going to want more. Unless I left some on a crafting table. I was just kind of looking. I was curious how much redstone I had left. Yeah, apparently we did. Wow, that is crazy. I guess these all take redstone too. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, that is that. What I think I am going to do now is probably go and fight the Ender Dragon. So I'm going to make myself a bunch of pearls. Whatchamacallit? Eyes of Ender? There we go. Make a bunch of these. So do... How much? I don't know. 50 should be more than enough if you're careful with them. I'd probably be wasteful, to be honest. I'll probably come back with about 20 more than I need. Unless it's all over the ocean. And, yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to find the dungeon. And once I find the portal, we'll kind of get ready. Then we'll go through and fight the Ender Dragon. So I will be back in a bit. And okay, I found my dungeon portal. We should be good to go here. Should be able to grab these eyes of Ender and kind of get going. And I think we should pretty much have everything. I did fight a couple more nethers, because, nethers. Yes, I fought nethers. More withers, because I realized I was going to need one nether star, and might as well keep a couple others. So I just did another 3. Kind of did that on the way here. Made some glass bottles, a piston, a lever, all that kind of jazz. So once we do go through here, we can kind of get everything that we need. I'd like to grab some breath. What's it called? Breath? Dragon's breath? Just in case we need it. I don't know if we need it. I just figure probably better off to do it kind of proactively, you know what I mean? I'm not expecting this dragon fight to be very difficult. It should actually be very easy. Don't bother me. Because I think this bow, if I hit him with a dead-on hit... Oh, that right now is going to hurt him quite a bit. Anyway... Gonna have to break these cages first and kind of focus on those ones first, then get on to the other ones, which shouldn't be much of a problem, but just a matter of getting this stuff done. I'm so used to having, 100% full-on creative flight when I do this stuff, but shouldn't be that big a deal. We'll just keep on moving. Boom. My bow. There we go. That'll handle that. Then I can go after that one. And there's just 2 cage, so shouldn't be too bad. I'll go over there. There. Maybe you? There we go. Just get them all blown up good and proper. Can you? That sent me flying. But look at the damage it did. Wow. That is a lot. You could probably 4 or 5 shot him with this bow. I don't know if every arrow hit him, but good amount did. Can you stop that? Go away, sir. There we go. If I get dead on hits, it's going to wreck him, I think. Totally wreck him. Come here. Nope. No, you don't. Let's grab some of those. So apparently I am getting some ender air, whether I want it or not. There, that's what we want there. At least we got some of them. I really don't like how the ender air bottles work, because they do so often make it so it's hard to get dragon's breath, unless you're standing pretty much right in it. There we go. Let's grab you. Yeah, that wrecks him. Just totally wrecks him. And there we go. There's the dragon. Hopefully I could find my star. Not my star, my oh no, why am I looking for another star? I'm actually looking for another star in my head. I don't think we need to find one. We'll get the heart anyway. I think it teleports to you now. I think that's the way it works. Yeah, it just teleports to you. You don't even have to pick it up anymore. We just need to pick up this egg, which shouldn't be too bad. Grab you. Maybe put you right there. Put a piston behind you. There we go. And I think you just need a torch, right? Is that the way it works? Let's go here. Grab a torch. Throw you right there. Give you a lever. And call it a day. There we go. There's that. And probably grab a couple of endstone here. Just have it, right? I have never upgraded my my drill in this pack. I just really didn't do that much with it, to be honest. I do have the 3, but at the same time, it is not very fast. Because I just haven't needed it. Anyway, that should handle that. We should be able to head through and get back to the base. We have beat Minecraft. There we go. You can see here we're on top of our base. The way I actually did that is, because this is not our world spawn, but if you use this command here, /set world spawn, there we go. It'll send you back to your world spawn. Oh, it's not that one. It's all one word. Set world spawn. There we go. If you do that, it won't take you back to your, you know, the chunks that you loaded into the pack with. So, kind of a better way of doing it. And that takes care of that. Dragon's done. It wasn't too bad. Let's get rid of that jazz. We don't need that. We don't need those right now. And get on to the next part of this right away, which is the Celestial Manipulator. Let's grab one of those. Boom. We need this Wyvern Core. That's why I need those extra nether stars. And the other 2 are for something else later on. Not today. Let's go there. And grab that. So there's our Celestial Manipulator. And this thing works really simple. Let's actually grab a power cell. Yes, yet another power cell. We'll just use a normal one because we don't need the expensive one. That is not that. Did it grab that? I think it's making that. Yes, it did. Let's grab a card. There we go. And just need to get that on the right channel. And call that a day. But now we can control the day-night cycles. We can also get rid of rain, all that jazz. So that is pretty cool. Let's set you. And okay, I'm just going to set this up right here temporarily. I could pretty much move this thing anywhere. But I'm going to throw that there, because out there. I'm going to get some power into this and set it to output. So it's on the right channel. And it's given a power. This start, yeah, totally filling up. It can hold 4 million RF. And I guess we'll kind of watch here. I'm curious how much power it takes. I think it's 1 million. RF to kind of change the cycle, so kind of get it completely full. There we go. Now I'm going to set that out, I guess, or sorry, in, just so it won't feed it any more power. And let's try this. Let's change the time to, say if I wanted it at midnight. So I want it midnight, and it's going to go up. It's going to do its thing. It'll remember that setting too, so you can actually set it up to a redstone signal. But you can see that the sun is actually moving through the sky. It'll go through the entire day and kind of just push time forward. It doesn't actually speed up time ticks at all whatsoever. It literally just handles the time. That is weird. It should be doing that. Oh, it ran out of power. So it takes more power than I thought. Okay. I've never seen it do that before. I've never let one run out of power. Huh. So, where's it going? I think I glitched it by running it out of power. And it's going a little slower than I think it would normally, because it doesn't have enough power to do what it needs to. But it should go to the right time. I'll pretend. There we go. I think it's stopped now. It did stop, and it's finished. It did its thing, and it made it nighttime, which is what I wanted. And I could do the same thing. I could change the weather too. I could start to rain or start a storm. All that jazz. I'm going to set the sunrise now. I will automate one of these later on to make it daytime all the time, so our solars are running all the time, you know what I mean? And then when I'm doing astral, I can just kind of change it and then make it nighttime. But for right now, I'm going to keep it kind of manual and use it when I need to. 4 million RF is a lot to kind of just throw away to this. But yeah, and I don't really need to control the cycles yet. We're not at that point. But we will be at some point. So Anyway, that is the thing, and it is a cool little item, and I'm glad to have it, and I really wanted it, and yeah, pretty cool. I think I may wrap up this one here, though. I mean, we did pretty good. We made ourselves a energy orb, we fought the Ender Dragon, a couple withers, and got ourselves this Celestial Manipulator. So that is pretty cool. Yeah. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. I want you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next video. Later.